We're going to continue our Seekers of Power set 6 testing with Mon Mothma, new leader in the set, green heroism. You can see from the deck here a lot of interesting combos for her ability, which allows you to play an official unit, ignoring its aspect penalty as long as it's not a villain unit. Lets us bring in things like Chancellor Palpatine, letting us ready tokens, among other valuable different types of officials restore and other things like that. Other things that this deck really has fun with is the Chancellor Palpatine villain unit, being able to plot that out along with Mon Mothma and the droid manufacturer to really flood the board into what you're hoping is a unity of power. We have a backup of a Crucible, or our friend here who lets you restore for every official you have. So should be some fun games. We're going to test it out and see how it goes. You want to get out fast and flood the board, and then try and hit that unity of purpose to finish them off. Let's get started and see what happens. We're just waiting for an opponent here. Hopefully we get some fun new leaders from the other side, other new leaders to test against, see how it goes. I've seen it. It's a pretty fun deck. It's got some restore to keep you going, and then can really hit hard if you get the right combo. And we'll start against Padme Tarkentown, which is going to want to eliminate our units using these abilities. You can see revealing cards doing damage. Tarkentown, not really what we want to see, but we do have the Palpatine right away and into the Crucible, which could be really big. So we'll keep this hand. We'll go 2 first turn plays into the Senator and see what happens there. I also have a backup of Jar Jar coming out if we need that instead of the Palpatine. I added 3PO because he's new. Haven't seen much with him yet, but you can see right away where we're gonna start to take some damage. We're set up for the unity of purpose. I can't really afford to keep the MiGs out there, so I am gonna have to kill it. This is gonna put me way behind. But you can see they're gonna ding me here. They're gonna get to draw and discard, allowing them to do damage here. And we're just way behind already based on what we're seeing. So we'll attack here, get one in. Player official. Really bad draw for us, right? There's just nothing. To have an empty turn is horrible. And now they're flooding the board instead of us. We will give this +2. Just to give ourselves a chance here. We're within range of Tarkentown. We might as well clear that out. Restore. We'll play that. We have nothing else, and there's a good chance we have nothing else again. So let's see what happens. I think we're in a weird spot here. We will get to flip into the Chancellor to give us a lot of board presence. So despite not really having anything so far, this does give us a chance to start to do some damage. We'll attack. And what we really want to do here is claim. And then hit the unity of purpose. So if everything stays alive, I assume they're going to kill. Oh, nothing. Okay. So the Crucible is also interesting, but we will unity of purpose. And you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, giving everything +5/+5. And we have lethal on board. So even though we had a weird start and they were able to control the board, they are now on the back foot with a very tough task ahead of them. And so we'll start swinging into base and see if they have answers with 1 card in hand, which might be tough. And I think at this point it's pretty much GG's as we hit the unity of purpose, flooded the board, and just took them out. So you can see that if you hit the right combos, how powerful that Palpatine is coming out from the plot area. Just the right combo of cards. If we didn't have the unity of purpose, we could have played the Crucible to pump everything up and do a lot of damage. We decided not to play the Padme again. And we'll try against this Luke pilot. And you guys heard my son is hopping on with his friends. Must mean he's done with his homework. Alright, let's see what we got here. I do like this. We have the Unity of Purpose. We have Ventari, which is a good first turn. We could also go Maz and Clone Deserter. I might do that. I want to pump up and get in front of this Luke, so we'll keep this hand. Don't think we're going to be discarding here. I'm still not sure about that card in general. We're actually going to go... Yeah, let's see what happens here. We'll go Maz and the Clone Deserter. Maybe they have what they need. And this is a nice set of cards here. I do think they might try and ping off. Let's see if we can get this up to a 4/4 before they hit the hot shot maneuver, maybe? I don't know. We're going to keep pumping our Maz. Usually it's there as a distraction so we can get the board out other ways, but so far this is working out. I don't think he's seen the Maz before. He's calling it a little insane. I think he's seeing what's happening. He must have his red 3. He's got a double bounty on. And we are off and running. I will keep the Unity of Purpose. I think here we attack here at first before they get the bounty. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing if they bring out a ground unit. They're not going to. That's okay. I'll pass that. Now I have a little restore out. We do not have a plot card, but if we had the palp or we draw the palp here, you can see where it's going to do some damage, and we're restoring to restore online. We will bring the Chancellor out, which will let these ready on flip. Yep, that's okay. It's a fine sacrifice for us, right? They used all their resources there. We do have to be ready for the Cinta. I would love to get initiative here. And I might even claim it. If they attack here. Yeah, I'm going to claim the initiative. So I can Unity of Purpose, which keeps things out of that Cinta range. You can see here I could also heal if I played this for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 if I needed to. So a lot of opportunity there. We hit the Unity of Purpose again. And he's liking what he's seeing here. It puts him well out of range of this game, and you can see it again. Just great work by the Mon Mothma. So a lot of power there. Okay, we got a Kira 30. Her flip is going to be nasty. Let's see if we can get past it. Okay, we got a Maz again. I don't know if the gimmick will work here against that full space unit. It's pretty good. But we do have 2 1-drops into this, so we're going to keep this and see what happens. We'll resource. Yeah, I don't expect any attachments there, so we'll play the Maz. They could have like a Pike Sentinel, which just kills it. They could claim for power. That also kills it, is what it is. So they'll attack in there. They'll kill it. We'll play Admiral to kill that. And we'll kind of go from there. This will allow us to heal. Now we're putting a lot of healing on board. Okay, very different deck we're seeing from their side. We do have the palp underneath now. Okay. We will be able to flip into palp. They got an Ogdo. They're going to shield that. That's going to be insane. But we're just going to have to do what we can. Yeah. If we can draw the Unity, I think we'll be in good shape, but we have to be careful with our flip as well. Because their flip is going to do a lot to us. and they may have the deal 5 damage to every thing that has damage on it. Well, they won't be able to flip it now, so we'll just do this and this. I think we have to kill the Ogdo here. That way if they flip, okay, they hit the Daring Raid. That is what it is. It'd be interesting to see how much more Kira Red we start to see, because it did get a decent number of weapons. So we don't have the Ogdo here, so we're in a, or we don't have the Unity, so we're in a weird spot overall. Just way behind in general on what we want to do here. So I think we'll kill, like we're in a control against Kira, and she's got to be loving it. So we're going to boost up this droid, which is insane. To force that trade, I guess. Okay. Oh, never mind. They decided to do that. Odd choice there. They could have let the Kira live, and there it is, 1 turn late. We don't really have any damage on base yet, so we're basically dead. I don't want to be trading units, but I don't have a choice here, so I am trading units, unfortunately, and they still have everything in blue. I think the first 2 games showed you what it could do, and this game is showing you what it could do on the other side. I think that's it for this game. So we will go to the next one.
Hello there.
Alright, so now we have a Dryden. Let's see what happens with the ambush here. I think I just unfamiliar with this deck and unfamiliar with Kira Red, and you could see it there. I got in a spot where I felt like I had to trade everything, and that's just not a place you want to be at. I will keep this hand because I can try to get some units out early. I really want to get a lot of damage in before Dryden flips, but the ambushing that they can do throughout might be a problem, so let's see what happens. I'm guessing we're going to get Power of the Dark Side, which is fine. It allows us to draw a card. Nope, it's a resupply. Okay. So we'll flood the board a little bit. They have the ramp out of no turn 1 play, but they're just trying to get big. The command is interesting. I don't know that it's needed right now, but this Admiral Akbar might be able to hit Dryden on deploy if we time it correctly. So here's a Talzin that they're ambushing out, activating the Anakin through the Yoda. And I think it allows them to, oh, it didn't allow them to, okay. So in this case, I think we can, am I disclosing? Yeah. So I'm disclosing to draw a card. They're probably eliminating another unit by using the Force. Yeah. So in that case, I will command to resource and then kill the Talzin. I'm doing this just to get some more damage. So lets me hit for some additional damage, plus now I have this on the board. The mods can get played and get big now, so let's see. I'm assuming they're playing Anakin, killing here and here, and then we'll try and go wide. But I think once they're able to stick a unit, Overwhelming Barrage comes on board, and we're in a lot of trouble with that one too. But it is fun to test these out. There's not a lot of space going on, so I think my floating head is not blocking anything. That's good. And I think we fixed the quality issues from earlier. So nice ambush, just a natural one. setting up next turn, like I said, an overwhelming barrage that's going to do some damage. We will kill it. And we'll get that out. Keep pumping. And so if we do draw Unity of Purpose, I think we have a good chance, but we are drawing little stuff, which is fine. We can keep hitting the base, trying to get under a Super Laser Blast, which would reset the whole board, because now next turn, even with a Unity of Purpose, we risk a Super Laser Blast just ending it for us, which would be devastating. Okay, so they left, I guess, on their flip turn here. They didn't have an answer. We had 5, 11, 12, 13 damage, getting them pretty close. And they must not have had enough in hand to deal with it. Good for us.
Hello there.
And it's the Padme again. It's more fun to see a lot of different decks, but we can try the Padme one more time. I know it was getting ahead of us early game and then we came back. So let's see if we can do that again. And we do have a lot of options here. We have two 1-drops, 2 plot cards, giving us a lot of flexibility on the flip. Let's see what they have this time. They are searching the top 3 cards. 2 spy tokens. Okay. I mean, that's a great start for them, right? I'm almost hesitant to put this out here, but I guess we're trading things off. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they spared the target. We will kill one of these. They'll trade. Okay. There's the Unity of Purpose, which we wanted to see off the plot. So here we want to get, I think, Palpatine on. And then the Akbar acts as a removal later. What is this? I can't have you out there. Goodbye. Double Unity of Purpose is weird, but could be powerful. No, we need to keep that. So when we do this, everything will come in ready. So we will do that. Yep, and everything will be ready. Again, we just want a Unity of Purpose from this, but this Sentinel here will block that attack. And we'll see what happens. Okay. Might as well get the damage in while we can. Right? So we still have a number of units out. Palpatine creates a clone. And even without the Unity of Purpose, we're at really high damage. And with it, we are in amazing shape. So such a fun combo, and yeah. Orion's probably sick of seeing us, because that's twice now that we've hit it on them. So 4 games so far, we've hit 3 Unity of Purpose, we win those, and then we did not hit it against Kira, and I don't know how we can, because I think Kira's flip, basically clearing our board, or having the ability to do so, makes it very tough. We'll go against a Dryden double green. 2 1-drops into 2. Okay, let's keep this and see what happens. I know we got in trouble before trying to be a little greedy with this, but we're going to try again. I do think it may be worth mulliganing for the Palp over the Unity of Purpose, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't played enough reps to figure that out. But the Palp flip is so valuable, where you get your leader, you get Palp, and you get 4 tokens. So that's a lot to put on the board all at once. Let's see what Dryden has. Okay, so it's probably gonna trade out here, I'm guessing. I can kill it with this. I do like the double restore there, so we'll do it this way. Let's see which way they decide to attack. Not sure what they're thinking about. Oh, okay. They're playing that, which will give them a ramp next turn. That'll allow me to kill. Oh, they ambushed it out. Okay, I see. I see. So then I'll play the healing senator here. So I think it'll be a very strong limited or sealed card, especially if you pair it with Satine. I think you can really go wide with healing and cause a lot of trouble. That'll be interesting to see what people do with that. So I do like their ambushing out the super laser tech. Good use of the value here. 6 or more for ambush. Especially early game, lets them ramp without having to really think about it, and then allow them to do some damage to base because they would have had a trade in theory with this. Here I imagine we'll play the Akbar as we get closer. Our next draw will be very important because if we can get to the unity of purpose with the plot from Palpatine, I think we'll be in great shape, and if not, we'll be a little bit more trouble. Okay, they're boosting up here. They got a double boost. So we will hit that for 3 so that we can finish it off with one of our units. I wonder here if they decide to attack into Akbar to force me to double trade. I guess I could have attacked first to see what they were going to do before I played the Akbar. Okay. I'll actually make that trade. They're on Data Vault. There's the Palpatine. Perfect draw. They're on Data Vault, so you never know how much card limitation is happening because their deck is bigger. So letting them draw cards, I think, puts us at a disadvantage when we want to go faster and end earlier. So that's why I decided to attack with the Senator rather than the Bountied card. But we're in great shape now as we top deck the Palpatine, which will allow us to flood the board, and it will, in theory, create a Sentinel situation for whatever Dryden wants to do here. Now they could overwhelm Barrage, which would wipe out a lot of our board and prevent us from what we want to try and do. So let's see how this plays out. You can also see here with Mon Mothma being deployed, officials get +0/+1, so these are all a little bit bigger. There's the Maul. Good card for them. No need to discard the ambush. And they just get 4 damage over. So we'll attack to heal. We will claim if they attack with Dryden, because we do want the unity of purpose. So let's claim here. They represent 12 damage here, so an overwhelming barrage would finish us, or force us to attack in a different way. So let's see what happens. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, +5/+5 on everything, which gives us the opportunity if we want to kill both of these units, or just go into base for, what is it, 7, 13, 21, 28. Great pull for them, just a stall tactic. We'll attack here. I'm surprised they decided not to attack Vader in. We just need enough to do the 28 damage is needed. Do we have that? 7, 14. Yes, we do. We have it with one extra attacker. They can only kill this one. This represents lethal, so I think we're going to get there exactly. But let's see. Interesting that they chose to attack in, I guess because they had overwhelm. But I believe we have enough here, so. We do. GG. Yeah, so again, power of unity of purpose. I think people will probably catch on over time, but what a lot of work it can do, along with the palp from the villain side coming out of the resources. Just an amazing combination. Really good stuff from Mon Mothma so far.
Hello there.
And then, I guess a lot of people are high on this Padme Tarkentown, huh? We're seeing it's our third time playing it. We will keep this. We might actually not need the discard here if we're going to keep this to start getting additional units on the board. But I'm still not sure this Bale belongs in this deck. I know it's much more meant for Padme or other decks, but let's see what happens. I guess we'll mirror. We definitely lose this mirror. I might go wider here to set up Akbar. They have an opportunity to utilize this to do damage here. It's tough. Okay. Good start for them. Great start, actually. I think what we're looking for is a one drop. Not exactly sure, actually. At this point, they are way ahead. These are the right 2 units you want out of Padme to start. They discarded an R2 to create the spy token, allowing them to do some damage. So we're going to have to play the Akbar to kill off the Anakin, which we will do. Yeah, they're just keeping our board clear. I think that's smart. I think they probably have an idea what we want to do. I don't have that card in hand, so maybe they name Crucible, which is fine. You might still want to name Unity of Purpose. I don't know. But let's see what happens. So the Mon Mothma won't have the Droid Manufactory or Unity of Purpose Unlimited, but I think what it will have is a lot of ways to get cards out, because there'll be officials across everything. Do we see what they named? Figure of Unity. I don't know what that is, but okay. Do you think they meant Unity of Purpose and they named Figure of Unity? Probably. There's an interesting opportunity here where we could play Chancellor Palpatine again to get more tokens. I don't think we will. I think we're definitely going to play the Crucible and get at least 5 units buffed up. But you can see at this point we have flipped. We have 1 damage on base. That's nowhere near where we want to be. But let's see what happens from here. They're attacking and mostly killing off our tokens. And we're going to see what happens. They're deciding whether to create another token. They will, which will activate Padme, which will allow them to kill a droid. Or that. Okay. Here's the Unity. I don't know. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. It will do some damage. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Because that's 10, 15. Still lethal. Still a lot for them to deal with. And it's good to put your opponent, I think, on the back foot here. So even though we had 1 damage on base going at 6, we did top deck the Unity, and they left. So not bad so far. Every match we've drawn the Unity and been able to play it, we've won, and then when we haven't, it's been a little bit rougher. We did have some options there with the Crucible to give each of these +1/+1. Now it's not as powerful because they clearly could have still started trading them off, but it worked out in our favor. Let's do one more match, see how it goes. Hopefully we get a different kind of opponent this time. We've seen a lot of Dryden, a lot of Padme. Kind of gives you an idea of what people are pre-testing. We did get another Dryden. This one is not a Force version. It's just a regular one. I think it's our 3rd one. We're actually going to leave and see if we can find a different matchup. I see a lot of people playing. Let's see what we can find. Okay. I guess we'll just play it and see what happens. I think the last hand was fine. A lot for us to play. This has 3 bales, so that's different. We do mulligan into the Unity. These junior senators, I guess, are coming out to play. Space modulator. I wonder if he'll go heavy space here. I don't think so. Probably not the right leader for it. But let's see what happens. Okay. So we're going to get powered here. A lot of 6s in here. Yeah. We're going to resource 1 and see if we can do better. They're going to ambush the client. Sure. We'll go to the base. Play our guys. We'll resource Palp, and now we don't have really a play here, so we should have kept the Senator and got rid of the Crucible. But that's how it goes. Okay. Actually, I don't love revealing the Unity, so we'll show the Crucible and the C3PO. We'll draw. Perfect draw. Wow. Okay. I will put this event into play, and then yeah, that works. Let's see. This might be greedy, but we're gonna try it. Because we are gonna put them in range of Super Laser Blast by doing it this way. Ugh. Okay. It's probably my fault. Oh no, we're not. They're on 5. Okay, we'll be fine. I can't count. And we're in great shape here to hit the board hard. We have a couple options depending on what they do. We could play the Clone Deserter, then the Unity of Purpose, giving us 1 more. They do get the Maul out. You know what? We're going to put that out there. And we're going to GG. It's just unreal. Like, look at this. We still had another 13 damage to do. It's just hitting so hard. That was pretty fast. Let's see if we can get 1 more in. And then we'll talk about what we're seeing with this deck. I imagine similar to Captain Rex. Okay. I think we're done. I think we've seen 1 too many Drydens and Padmes. We're going to call it there. Let's take a look at the deck one more time. Try and zoom in a little bit for the group. You can see everything kind of worked well together. The unity of purpose obviously was the all-star of it. Maz Kanata came in nicely with a bunch of 1-drops. I don't know that the Bail Organa is needed. It didn't really do much. The Junior Senator, in theory, lets you do some things if someone plays an attachment. We didn't see any of that. We really didn't get to see the Crucible or the Delegate work too much, but I have seen that work in the past. Pretty fun deck. It is a combo deck, so there are going to be ways that people can stop it. Spark of Hope, the new Galen Urso that lets you call out a card. You can just these types of things are going to get called. That's why it is nice to have the Crucible as a backup in different ways that this deck can be enhanced. And I think that's where like the Rex type deck or this one, or even I think you're going to see some of the Bail Organa types are going to have these new tools that give it one more opportunity, and it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out.